Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Saxlingham Survival. This is episode number 9. We are in March, and, well, there's a few little things to say. I really wanted to wait till episode number 8 was released, just to see if I got any comments, mainly about that tractor over there, which we can see in the distance. I got a bit carried away, really. I couldn't really wait, so here I am now. As I'm recording this, that episode hasn't actually been released yet. So, yes, if there are any comments, I apologise if it seems like I'm ignoring you, but I promise I'm not. I just can't wait. I'm quite enjoying it, actually. I am quite enjoying it. And I'll tell you what, now that we are in March, the snow doesn't look like it's coming back. Doesn't this look fantastic? Doesn't it look completely different to episode 1? I mean, if you're playing this save game, you'll know exactly what it looked like and how it felt. Very, very different now. It's amazing. I love it. I really love it. So in the background, I've delimbed a couple of trees just where the branches were hanging down quite low because we are getting bigger equipment. So it seemed right to, I did this one before, it seemed right to do the same kind of thing along here. So do I overly like the look of delimbed trees? It's realistic, I suppose, isn't it? If not anything else. At least they're not in the way. To be honest, I don't think they actually had a collision, but I'm just trying to keep it a bit real. Anyway, this is what we have. The slightly odd-shaped trees, which are kind of moving themselves, are the limbs that we cut down. The rest of it is the bush that was here. If you recall that. It's kind of just awkwardly positioned slightly over the track here. And there was also one just here, so I got rid of that one too. So that cleared up the complete area here. Thank you very much for Bendercat as well, and anyone else who has mentioned it. You can cut these trees down, you just got to do it with a chainsaw rather than just the axe. And I like that, that's realistic. So we'll have to invest in a chainsaw to cut this down if we want to get rid of it. But again, I'm going to do my absolute best to keep that there and work around it. Yeah, I mean, you could say, I suppose, really, if you want to put a windmill somewhere, it needs to be in an area that's not sheltered by trees, because that would stop the wind. So we'll have to see. We'll improvise on that one. Right, just some basic things to do here now before I talk to you about the next thing. So we always check these, obviously. Oh, I tell you what, that food is getting pretty low now. I did buy a bale really cheap, didn't I, at the end of the last episode. So fortunately we have got something, but that's... I think if we had any more than just those 2 cows, we would be struggling. Yeah. Okay. Straw, they're looking fine. Milk, by the way, they've produced 240 litres, pretty much. I mean, we'll say overnight. I suppose it is in a game month, so that's probably not a lot, actually. The rest of it, I mean, I just do my usual kind of chores, really, my chickens. So 959 litres of manure. That's fine. We're not going to use that for the field anyway. Which would mean eventually, when we have some time, some spare time, we'll get rid of the manure flicker, which is over there in the corner of that big shed over there. It's not worth very much, but we might as well just get rid of it. Again, we will load these up at some point onto the flatbed and then shunt them down to the bottom of the map where we can sell them, and we might get a little bit of money. What is it? It's been about £3,000 each time, isn't it? Roughly about £3,000. So yeah, that's a good little bonus. Now, while we're talking about shunting, the end of the last episode, well, pretty much the entirety of the last episode, I was moaning about this. It's a great tractor. It's a brilliant mod. It's a really good mod. It looks great, but it's just really slow. And yeah, I feel like we've outgrown it. I do. I really do. And the game has actually made the decision for us. So, if I quickly jump us to the shop. So, on this first menu here, I'll start by showing you what I've installed. I did a bit of searching on Mod Hub, and there were 4 tractors I enabled. 4? Yeah, it was 4. 4 tractors I enabled, which I like the look of, which is this one here. 116,000. We wouldn't be getting that brand new, but we do know that we can use the hire purchase mod if it was used. So we'd keep an eye on that for used. I do quite like a New Holland. I'm not going to lie. John Deere. I mean, it would seem fitting we're replacing the John Deere with another John Deere. So that's another option. Again, I mean, to be honest, even standard price 70 grand is not that bad, is it? But I'd rather wait for used, just because it's cheaper and it's pre-dirty and pre-beat up, which means I don't have to do it. So that's good. Then we have got the 500 favourite, the Fendt favourite. Quite like this one. Used to use that quite a bit in previous versions. Again, this ain't bad, even at full price, 76,300. And it does everything we need it to do. And it's faster, which ultimately. And then, of course, is the very small version of the Deutz-Fahr. This is the one I said last episode, in fact. I quite like the look of this one. It doesn't look like you have the option to kind of do that whole warrior thing and change the wheels and everything. Change the colour. I quite like these when they're black. They look really cool. But they are our 4 options we're going to keep an eye on. Now, the shop's kind of made the decision for us, though, which is why when I kind of moved it forward a month and saved it, I thought, well, there's no point waiting to record the episode to see people's comments because the shop has made the decision for us. So what I did was I went into this menu here just to make sure the class was still here, which it is. It's there now. And this is the one I looked at end of the last episode. And I know there will be people that say, get that. Definitely Bendercat. I'm sure you've probably said get that because you've got a bit of a thing with class. But it is only 24 miles per hour. So I was umming and ahhing. It is better than the John Deere. But I'd rather go a bit better again. But for 40 grand, it's a bargain, isn't it? But then, of course, as we have skipped through a month, it's added loads more to it. Loads more lines. And I mean, you're going to think that I've planned this, but my hands are in the air, not that you can see it. I genuinely have no idea how I can influence what appears in the shop. I don't think I can. It is purely random. If there is a way to do it, I don't know how to do it. But this one is in the shop. This is one of the mods that I've activated. And it does 31 miles per hour. Which ultimately is what we want, isn't it? That's the goal. So, yeah. It's going to be another higher purchase bill, but that's going to be the way that we're going. I'm pretty certain of that. This needs to be the one. So, as standard, when you load into the shop, it kind of loads pre-configurations of what's included. So this has got the 126 horsepower engine. I think, yeah. I mean, this is definitely a small version of the tractor I mentioned I really like the look of. But that suits this series better anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, it doesn't include any of the bigger engines. The biggest engine only goes up to 143 horsepower. So even fully tuned, this is pretty basic. But we keep it at that, that's fine. Tyres, I would quite like to have something narrow. There you go, they're narrow. They don't overly look that narrow either, do they? Really, I mean, they don't look out of place. Some tractors look a bit funny with narrow tyres, but they're not too bad. What other brand? Michelin don't normally give you no. Continental. Okay. Actually, they look even better again. Okay, it's probably that configuration we'll go with because Mitas don't normally have narrows. And there's no narrow options with those either. And those communal ones, I don't know. It might be great for the shunting that we do, but once in a while, if we have to do field work, that probably will work against us. Right, was it the Continentals it was, wasn't it? And then we're going to go with narrow tyres, which actually don't look too narrow. So that's cool. I like that. Front loader attacher. This is not something that normally is included with the Deutz-Fahrs, but because it is a mod, it is something that's there. That's perfect, by the way. I don't quite like the look of it. It puts those weird bars at the front, which is kind of odd. But that means we can keep our front loader that we've already got, just reuse that. This tractor is probably, I mean, I guess I'm going to say roughly the same size. It's probably bigger, but that's fine. Right, license plate doesn't matter. Oh, it does have an option for Warrior. And when you turn Warrior on, it's got an option for colours. Ah, this is just fate, isn't it? This is made to be. You're definitely saying now I've planned this. But genuinely, I don't know how to do that. But, well, I mean, it doesn't look Doesn't look as nasty as the one that I like the look of, but it still looks pretty good. I quite like that. I quite like that. And you don't see black tractors too much, do you? Right, so it's now at 56,861. We will hire purchase that. What is... Right, okay, so the engine size, we'll keep it at the standard for now, actually. Even though it is hire purchase, we'll keep it at the standard. It's something we can upgrade if we need to. I genuinely don't think we need that. Switch back over to my mouse because this hire purchase thing's a bit weird with controller. And then let's just have a look. Sugar. Oh, it is on 1 year, though, isn't it? Right, I've been doing everything at 3, haven't I? I think 3 years. The final fee thing is what appeals to me. So like this, if I'm not organised, which I won't be, as you know, and I don't realise that 3 years have gone by, then we're going to get hit with a big chunk. So I want to try and keep the monthly costs down, but keep the final payment as 0. Yes, you probably pay a bit more, but that's better. Little and often is always better than everything in one go, isn't it? I mean, I'm even tempted to, on this particular one, go to 5 years. I could increase the deposit. I can only go up to 10% on this, which is odd, but I can put 10% deposit down. I would keep it to 3 because then we know where we stand, but actually I'm going to keep the monthly bills down. I mean, that pretty much puts us on about £2,000 worth of bills a month instead of 1. So I can live with that. We're going to get that. We're going to start the episode spending money. Yeah, we normally start the episodes without any money, so this is a different start, isn't it? Let's get that. Now, again, I know I mentioned before, normally I'll go to the shop to do this, but it is a bit of a faff to do all this hire purchase, so we'll just get that now. Cool. Can't believe I've just done that. You know, you get that ever so slightly sicky feeling, don't you? Like in real life when you spend a load of money on something and then straight away you think to yourself, did I really need to do that? Right, anyway, this has got to go. So we might as well take this to the shop. And just thinking ahead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect the front loader up. We're not going to sell that, but I'm going to connect it. Oh my god, it's even slow in reverse, isn't it? Oh, I'll be glad to get rid of this. Yeah, I'm going to connect it because when we get to the shop, we are going to have... there is that bale that's there. We need to bring that back because the cows kind of need it. But we also need to get a bag of seed and a bag of fertiliser just for that seeder. Because that's kind of one of the main challenges, I guess, for this episode is let's actually get the field. It's planted. Let's get some seed in the ground. Let's actually play Farming Simulator. That would be good, wouldn't it? So what I'm going to do then is take this from... Oh my goodness. That's definitely the tractor's fault. Oh dear. I'm doing a very bad job here. As much as we've cleaned up this yard, it's not cleaned up enough that I can see where I'm going yet. So I'll have to do it in this view. Fine. That works. Right. So yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying? Can I get back in this view a minute? Oh my goodness. I don't tend to cut all these bits out anymore. It's just kind of, it is what it is, isn't it? Right, let's make this health and safety safe. Yeah, we'll take the trailer because we need to bring the bale back. We need to buy those 2 bags of seed and fertiliser as well. If we got enough money, I hope we have. I mean, really, we've got 4,569, plus we're going to sell the John Deere, which won't be worth a huge amount, but that might pay for a bag of fertiliser. Maybe. It's bad, isn't it? We're getting rid of a whole tractor to just about buy some fertiliser. I know I say this every episode. This, I'm sure this water is moving. In actual fact, I'm going to go over here because... I mean, maybe you've just watched the episode. For me, it was a few days ago, but I'm sure when I stood here and looked over here, there was not that many kind of lily pads and reeds growing. It was only these, wasn't it? Wasn't it just these ones? These have appeared, which means the water's come even further. Maybe I'm making it up, honestly. Maybe I am making it up, but it just feels, I don't know. there was a shed here at some point. There was no way when I mowed around the shed the water was that close. No, I'm sure of it. Right, come on, let's stop stalling. So this is going to be the final journey for this John Deere. And it's not going to be a quick one. But it's going to be a worthy one, definitely. It looks a bit better with that tree cleared there as well. That is better. And you are absolutely right. It's not just one person who's commented. There's quite a few people who've said it, actually. What I need to do is change the layout here of these fences. So when we have a little bit of money spare, I'm going to delete the fences. I need to put another fence in its place because part of the challenge for me was to repair it. But I'm going to move them much further over to the left there. So this would be more like a straight track going in rather than this kind of really thin fenced off area. Yeah, we will do that at some point. At some point. Once we've got a little bit of money. Right. I'll cut this. I'll see you in a minute. Got part of it. I've got part of it. I've remembered I've got more things to talk about. I did notice, so the stats, when you buy that case from the shop, so 24 miles per hour, but I'm assuming with different engine options gives you different speed options. So actually I noticed when I was doing the editing of the last episode, or episode before that, it might have even been when we were doing the baling, it was actually doing like 33 miles per hour. It is actually a really, really fast tractor. But my theory still stands with, that's the kind of the grunt of the farm. That's the higher horsepower. That's there to do the bigger jobs. We know it's got some hours. We know that it's going to need a little bit more maintenance than, you know, a newer tractor would need. So I'm still sticking with the idea that I need to limit how much we use that case. Even though it's fast, it's almost ideal for what I want, really. But yeah, I think just getting across the map a little bit faster just to make a bit of money is going to then cost more money to repair it. So yeah, I do think going for something separate is the right thing to do. And actually I'm pretty happy with this purchase. And again, the shop's kind of dictated which tractor it was I went for. I was happy to go for any of those mods, to be honest, but I do like the Fahr. And with that extra front loader attacher, that does make a big difference, doesn't it? That if anything is its only letdown normally. So yeah, this seems like an all-round good purchase. I hope so. Right, the gate's not. Oh, there they are. Look. And our bale. I've only just been talking about that bale and I forgot it was there already. So we are going to leave the trailer here somewhere. We'll leave it about there. If it disconnects, is it got it? There we go. And we'll also leave the front loader and of course the pallet forks here as well. Somewhere, anywhere will do. Let's try and press the right button to disconnect it. There we go. Did I get the right... Oh, I didn't think about that. Did I get the right kind of attacher? I think I did. I think I got Howell one. I don't even remember now. Anyway, what's this going to get us? Not very much. Same again. I'm not going to go with the whole repair and repaint thing, because you wouldn't take it to a shop to sell it and then magically it will get resprayed and fully serviced in an instant when they want to buy it. So I want to keep that tiny little bit of realism, even though it's just easy money, isn't it? Right, here we go. So, wow. Wow. I mean, how is that worth so much money? So, it only costs 1,793 to repair it, and the condition is pretty poor. Yet, it's worth 17,000. It's like the opposite. With the case, it was 10 grand to repair it, and it was worth like £1,000 or something. Okay, I mean, maybe this is a collector's item or something, I don't know. Let's sell it. Anyway, boom. Well, that's probably, look at that, 21,853. That's probably paid for that little thing I just mentioned about doing the fence. I think that's fair enough. Right, I'm just going to buy the bags from here. I know, again, I normally go into the shop, but let's not do that. I don't want to take too much from Keep It Real, because then when Keep It Real is actually out, it'll probably not be that different. Which one did we get? That was exactly the same price. So we might as well get the one that has 50 extra seats, yeah? I think one pallet would be enough, wouldn't it, for now? So we'll purchase that. Yes, please. And then we need to... Again, I keep saying it, I know, but I just don't like the way this... Like, you've got the consumables section in multiple different places. It's kind of... Yeah, I don't... Maybe there's a mod where I can just change it to be a bit more like the last version. Maybe. Solid fertilizer. I mean, it'll have to be in a big bag, wouldn't it? How expensive is fertilizer these days? Wow. £1,920. What a rip-off. It's probably cheaper compared to real life, actually. Where is... Oh, it's there. I was about to say, where is it? Good. Look at this. Look at this modern piece of machinery. Wow. I know there is a mod to make the screens live, but actually I think they give you kind of sort of live information anyway, don't they? So I haven't downloaded that yet. If it's really good, then I will download it. But right, come on. Let's connect this up. So we want to get on with... I don't want to stall too much now. We started the episode spending a bit of money. In actual fact, we started the episode getting a heck of a lot more money than I thought we would. Is it going to connect? No problem. It kind of looks quite good in black as well, actually. Ideal. Right. We'll load these up super fast. For me, this is going to be a kind of a bit recorded at a time episode, because I do have to go and do the wonderful school run at some point. So yeah, I'll probably start on the field now, but it won't actually be finished for me in the same recording. Obviously for you it'll be in one episode, won't it? But right, I'm accidentally loading it above the axle, but actually that's probably the right thing to do anyway. That's that. Now we're going to crash into the bale. Good. Brilliant. Okay. This Deutz-Fahr's got quite a bit of torque on it, you know. And it also says 32 miles per hour in the bottom right hand corner. So it's got 1 mile per hour more than what the shop told me. So that's good. That's good. I'm not going to complain about that. Right, oh my goodness. I cannot line this bag up though. What is wrong with me? Let's actually look where I'm going, shall I? That's kind of more like it, isn't it? Right, it just about picks it up. I'm sure there is a weight back at the farm somewhere, so we know in future, let's bring the weight with us to the store. The reason I brought the front loader and pallet fork is, I know there's a forklift right over there, look, which is a communal one. It's there to be used, but I don't know, sometimes they don't pick up bales, do they? Maybe it would, but I've had it before where the forklift just absolutely refuses to pick up a bale. The forks just go through it like nothing is there. So yeah, just in case, trying not to embarrass myself, I thought I'd do it this way. Good. I honestly cannot believe that even after buying this, we've still got £18,673. That's good. I'm happy with that. Super good. Right, is that banded? And that's banded, and that would do. And hopefully this drive back to the store will not be anywhere near as tedious as what it has been. Hopefully. Good. Right, let's go. I'm going to do this nice and quiet for 2 minutes, and then I'll catch you back at the farm. Makes a difference, you know, having a tractor that can do this sort of speed. Not only did we get 1 mile per hour more than what the shop said, we also get 1 mile per hour even more than that when we're driving it. So look at this, look, this tractor does 33 miles per hour. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a good buy. What do you think? Again, apologies, I've not seen any comments, so if you made any suggestions, any mod suggestions maybe. Coincidentally, this may have been one of the suggestions, so if it was, then great minds think alike, I guess. But it probably wasn't. But I do like it. I do like it. And I don't know, it's unusual to have something so new at the farm, to be honest. This isn't how we normally roll. Absolutely not. Right, here we go. We'll take this nice and... Oh dear. Yeah, you can see why I think deleting those fences would be a good idea and moving them somewhere else. And I want to tidy this area up. In terms of landscaping, that is, I want to make the path a little bit more like an actual path. Yeah, I think there's a few good things that we could do in this area. I'll tell you what, rather than drive down there to the skinny tight area, let's leave the trailer here. If it drops, there we go. And let's go get the case and let's go get that cedar. So again, that, I mean, 125, was it 126 horsepower? That would still struggle with the cedar. Now, you could say I could have just gone in and bought a better tractor and got rid of this, but I want to keep an element of realism to it. I don't want to just jump straight in, spend 150 grand on a big tractor, and then the rest of the series will be quite easy, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'd rather keep it this way. And after spending so much time trying to get enough money to fix this case, I need to give it a few episodes worth, don't I? Really. Now, this mod is an odd mod. I've got some experience with this from the last version, but actually it would have been easier if I hadn't have whacked it. Did that connect to that? No, it didn't. Let's connect to that. This then connects to one of the wheels, and then we kind of, I don't know, we have to lift it, I think. Can't quite remember. I mean, it won't even connect. Let's just try and bash it out of the way a little bit. And we've hit it now anyway, haven't we? Oh, I seen it flash up. Come on. I just seen it on the screen. Cool. Right, there we go. I am going to turn on the help menu in the top corner very quickly. Give that 2 minutes to work out I'm using a controller. There we go. And there is a way that you can... I don't want to lower this. Oh, there we go. Right. I was going to say, what's happening? It's not doing anything. And then I think this bar here just works with... Maybe, there you go. Just works with pressing one of the RB buttons using the analog stick. So cool. Right, so this is now officially in transport mode. Transport mode, but it's stuck to the baler. So that's very good. Come on. There we go. Right, so hopefully now, I mean, I might even be able to just pull up alongside that trailer and it loads up, to be honest. Normally I'd say I'd do it a bit more realistic, but this is just warming up, innit? Cool, that looks promising. Oh, there we go. So the front ones have loaded, the back ones are loading. Amazing. This so far this episode seems to be going a little bit too well. Doesn't hold a lot of seed, but holds a lot of fertilizer. I don't quite know what that means. That means it's probably going to use quite a lot of fertilizer, maybe. Just while we are here, though, we're going to take that off, feed it to the cows really quickly. Let's try and see if I can put it in the trigger without opening the doors. Right, do that very quickly. Then I haven't got to worry about the cows. Then I can just literally focus on getting this field done, which is priority. We do need to sort that. Hopefully that's going to give us a good boost to the environmental score. Am I right in thinking that only updates after harvest time, though? Maybe. So from us selling the wood point of view... Oh, I need to lower that a bit. From us selling the wood point of view, we're still going to get a penalty, aren't we? I think so. Okay. But either way, it doesn't matter. We've got to empty that trailer, haven't we? I'm just going to leave the seeds there because we can put the rest of those seeds back into the seeder again once we're done. Right, this I will do in this view because I cannot see anything. So if I just put it... Oh no, I've just crashed into my wheelbarrow, haven't I? Right, let's just dump that there. Come out of it. And will it disappear? Yeah, cool. Ideal, just what we wanted. Right, I'll pull this up out of the way. Turn it off to save a bit of fuel. Did it come fully filled? Is that Yeah, it did, look. Saves a bit of money, doesn't it? Makes up for the fact that we just refilled the John Deere as well. I like that. I really like that. Absolutely. Anyway, right. Let's get into this field. I'm just going to, while I start the engine of the case, sanity check the time. Okay, so for me now it is 2:10, so I got 20 minutes and then I got to get on to the school run. So let's see, can I get the entire field done in 20 minutes? I might do, to be honest, with this animal. Okay, the brakes suddenly today decide to be extra good. That's fine. I definitely got to sort out this entrance though, haven't I? And I'm guessing, do I need to, on the actual tractor, lift that? There we go, look. That's a bit better. That doesn't look so awkward anymore. Cool, right. Yeah, I need to transport it this way. Could you imagine trying to transport this down this lane if I hadn't put it into transport mode? It's pretty much the width of the head between the hedges, to be honest. And that would have ended in disaster. I don't think that would have gone very well at all. Right, so now we've just got to do the opposite now, haven't we? Okay. So, I'm going to, let's think, lower that down. And let's go unfold cedar. Which button is it to lower that? Okay, that one. I'm talking out loud because I can't remember how to use it. Cool, that works. Right, and then I want to detach it. Cool. Good. Now I need to remember where I leave this part, but I just want to detach that just out of the way. Ideal. Alright then, it's a bit fiddly, but I like it. This kind of style of map, you have to do it. You don't have a choice. Okay, that works. Now, let's try and line myself up a little bit. We'll go all the way around the outside, of course. Maybe we'll do that 2 times. This actually looks even wider than the spread of... Oh, no, it's not actually, is it? I'm just kidding myself. But that's fine. Right, we'll line it up here. And now, what do we do now? We just use it just like a normal cedar, don't we? Cool. Right. Ideal. So I don't actually have to turn it on. Is that right? Also, I've started planting the wrong thing, which is good. I'm surprised it would let me do wheat then. Is wheat available? Oh yeah, it's the month for wheat, but I don't want to do wheat. We're going to do canola or a little bit of rapeseed. So we're going to get on with that. Yeah, I don't actually need to turn this on. I just got to drag it, which is good. Less mechanical things, less things to go wrong. Right. Hopefully this is enough to do this complete field. I mean, look, we've got this far and we haven't used hardly any fertilizer yet. But this is, of course, the bit that we kind of pre-treated, isn't it? We just used another litre of fertilizer. I know we didn't. I'm looking at the wrong one. So we use another litre of seed. So it is using a bit of fertilizer, but it's not really much, is it? I'm also watching the bottom right-hand corner, and I'm not actually watching where I'm going, which is good. But yeah, so this bit probably won't use a great deal because the slurry is pre-fertilised this field. But as you can see, this is pretty much where it ran out. So after this point, I'm guessing it's going to be going down a bit quicker. Yeah, not much quicker, but it is a bit quicker. That's fine. Cool. Right, let's keep going. So, what do we reckon? Time-lapse this bit? What kind of music? I don't know. I'll have a bit of a fiddle. I think I've done some polka music for the last few episodes, haven't I? So, I'll find something different this time. But either way, I'll catch you in a moment. Here we go. I do like to make things more difficult for myself, as you know. It looks nicer on the time lapse though when you do it a bit random. But the problem with doing it random is you miss loads, which I've clearly just proven. Look at the state of it over here. Yeah, from up close it doesn't look too bad, but yeah, when it's at a distance it looks awful. So we'll get these last little bits, but not bad, you know. Pretty much a bag of fertiliser to a field as a rough guide. Oh, I missed a bit there too. Oh, actually, I've missed loads all the way down the left-hand side, didn't I? Right, I'll go back around and get that in a second. But yeah, pretty much a bag of fertiliser per field. It's not... I was concerned at one point that it wasn't seeding. You might have noticed in the little time-lapse then. I don't know. For me, it takes a while to get my head around things, but in a time-lapse, you don't even see it. It flashes up so quick. But I actually had to check the menu to make sure it was seeding because it's only used 200 litres of seed. Well, not even 200 litres. I don't know. How many litres? Hardly anything. But that's good. That's good. It means we haven't got to get seed very often anyway. So I'm not complaining. Anyway. The map at the bottom there, for some reason, still shows a big line of orange. I haven't missed any of the fields, so for some reason it hasn't fertilised that section. Doesn't have a good nitrogen rating. Don't know what that is. Maybe that's just a random thing to do with the field. I'm not sure. I've definitely not missed a big strip in the middle. I've actually gone over it again, or over one bit like that, and nothing happens anyway. So that's just a thing that happens, I guess. Farming simulator physics are always top drawer. But other than that, actually, that's not bad, is it? I think that's okay. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's just make sure on the menu. So it is definitely showing it's seeded. It's showing I missed a little bit there, actually. But that is the colour of canola, yeah? Yeah, absolutely. So I missed a tiny patch there too. Shocking. I can see it, in fact, but that's not worth the fuel. As you can tell, so this is definitely on the case now, and the menu in the bottom corner there, it is still going down. It's still going down at a considerable rate, really, considering, you know, we've only done quite a small job, and it's already lost, you know, a chunk. I don't know what that is, 5% maybe. It's nothing special, but yeah, it is still going down. So the amendments to the hours made a difference. It's not made it that much more efficient though, is it? Right, so the only downside to this fiddly bit is we've got to do this after every single job with that seeder. But again, there's no way around it, is there? We can't do it any other way. And only one side of these wheels here actually has a connector, I think. Yeah, it's this side. Cool. Okay, so yeah, it's fiddly, but actually what it means is we're not limited by anything really, are we? So just try and remember, it's not that, what was it, unfold? Is that gonna, it's a bit slow, but I'm assuming the wheels are gonna start moving. There we go. That does take a while. And then this one here is one of my, there you go. Cool. And then we switch it to the case and lift there. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this. This is pretty good. Ideal. That is a job well done, I think. Absolutely. And we've still got now to get all of that wood, those links of wood, down to the bottom of the map, which we'll use our newest farm edition to do. The quickest bit of kit we got. Well, it's not the quickest actually, the recovery truck is, but that thing is pretty useless. I don't think that's safe to drive on the road, to be honest. If this game had MOTs, that would have failed about 5 years ago. So we will do that though, so we've got to manually put all of that wood. The reason I didn't load the wood up is, well, for two reasons. I needed the trailer in this episode, I knew I needed that. And secondly, I just wanted you to see what was there really, rather than make it magically appear onto the trailer. So we'll do that, and then let's just get rid of that seed a minute. And then, oh my god, it used such a little amount of seed, it didn't even empty the rest of that pallet. That's good. Yeah, then I think maybe, you know, I've got a bit of bonus money that I never thought I had. So let's spend it on something, one of the things I've wanted to do, a tiny little bit of landscaping. And we want to put that greenhouse down, don't we? Yeah, that would be a good thing to do. Right, but for a minute, let's just leave this like that. Is it going to disconnect? Right, if I select the kit, will that disconnect the whole thing? Will it? Will it? Will it? Let me open up the help menu and wait for it to switch to my export. Come on, switch to my control. There we go. I want to disconnect that. I don't want to unload. That's annoying. Can I detach that part and not the cedar? Oh, good, cool. So next time we use it, it's ready to go now, isn't it? It's in kind of transport mode, ready to go. That looks fun. That is cool. So yeah, for here and now, it's going to be time for me to shoot off and do the school run. So you're not going to notice any difference. But next thing to do is, well, get that remainder of the seed pallet off. Get all of the wood loaded up, and then drive down to the very bottom corner. I'll probably do all of that off camera, to be honest, seeing as I've got to do the school run. I can do that without talking while the kids are here, and then I'll jump you back in maybe when we're at that sell point, when we know how much money we're going to make, and then probably finish the episode off on some landscaping. What are we looking at now, roughly? I don't know. I mean, it's quite a bit of time lapse in. I would have thought maybe we're probably at about 35-40 minutes, something like that. So that will end the episode off nicely. So for here and now, I'm going to shoot off, but I will catch you again in a moment. It really makes a difference. 33 miles per hour. We're flying. Look at us. Flying. Absolutely flying. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and sell this. God, I can barely even control the tractor now. Actually has brakes that work as well. We're going to sell this and then move straight on to just a bit of landscaping, I think. I'll tell you what, the turning circle isn't as good though, is it? No. Those tiny little wheels that John Deere had certainly turned a little bit better than this. Oh dear. Right, well, we'll get there eventually. Come on. This is borderline. Go on, you can get around there. Come on. This is borderline me pausing it and clipping the clip, I think. But I won't. It's all good. It's all part of the process, isn't it? Right, here we go. So, what do we think? What we're going to get? 18,671 is what we are on currently. It's not actually a bad load to that. That might even be maybe bigger than what we've done last times. I don't know, maybe. Problem is, they're not very straight pieces, are they? They are a little bit of a mess. So, obviously, if you get nice straight pieces of wood, they are worth quite a bit more. But, right, here we go. What's it going to be? Boom, there we go. It definitely wasn't one. We got a environmental score reward plus as well then. So, it obviously did help that we did the field first. Amazing. We made like 4,600 quid there. It's like £1,000 more than the last one. So £23,291 is what we got. That's incredible. That is incredible. And yeah, I mean, if you hadn't guessed, I really rate this. It's pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is it's quite clean. Yeah, it needs a little bit of mud. I might go and do some donuts in the grass field and see if I can get it a bit muddy. Anyway, right, I'm going to jump back to the farm, and yeah, we'll get straight into landscaping, and then I'll end the episode after that, I think. So I'll see you in a moment.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure. But one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure. But one day I'll be yours. Is this really
Okay, there we go. Just to end the episode on a little bit of spending, doing what I love to do. I do feel the landscaping in Farming Simulator is just great, isn't it? Now, I've not done this perfect, and I've done that on purpose because this in my head kind of simulates we're kind of tidying up the yard, and as you're doing a bit of pressure washing and sweeping up, we're starting to uncover the path which was here before. So for certain areas like here, I quite like the look of it being a bit rough and ready. But it gets better as we start, basically. So this area here is looking pretty good. I think it looks pretty cool. And again, I don't want to lose that original shape. So the yard's still gonna kind of stay the same. It's still gonna be that massive ring road around it, but wow, I mean, it looks completely good. I like it. Underneath here, free placed of course, as I do, there is that greenhouse mod that cost us 10 grand. So you'll notice the figure's gone down quite a lot in the top corner, but 10 grand of it is here. You can't see where it is, but it is there, and that potentially will, I mean, I think the trigger is here. I mean, there you go, you can see it in the bottom corner. Look, if I can go to it, there you go. So this will essentially grow anything that we put into here. All we've got to do is put some water in. Straw, interesting, I didn't know it took straw, and solid fertilizer. We have those. We have loads of them. We've even got a river right next door. So yeah, that's pretty good, and that will, well, it will grow anything. I mean, it even grows mushrooms. I did not realise it would grow mushrooms as well. But yeah, brilliant. So before I actually activate any of them, we've got to add the products in, of course, but we will have to get a very small plough, which will be one of the main challenges for the next episode. And then over here in this section, we'll get rid of the washing line. The weather's never nice enough to dry your clothes outside anyway. But we will plough in some little pretend fields, maybe a few different little plots or something, and place the decorations down of the plants that we're going to grow, just so it kind of simulates that that's what we're doing. It's obviously not, but that's fine. And then this bit, just to finally end it on, I think this looks kind of cool. I thought I'd go with a different type of stone. Entrance into the yard. I mentioned a while ago about it seeming like some sort of big estate kind of thing going on. I just think that looks really cool. Yeah, looks pretty cool. I've not changed the angle of this land. This field was, well, it wasn't a field, was it? This area with loads of random trees was this bumpy. I've not smoothed anything out. I've tried to simulate the fact that you can just go in and flatten a piece of land without major work. So we can see it from here that there's a giant bump over there. I'm not going to change any of that. because it kind of works. It kind of adds a bit of character. But yeah, I think we'll find out probably in the next episode when we drive through there. But I think that is a lot wider than it looks. It actually looks wider than the road. So that's the road. That's the yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And it does almost look like it's a bridge, doesn't it? It's not, but it looks cool. Right. So that's it. I'm going to end it for now. So I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, as always. And hopefully you quite like the new purchase. It seems driving as far doesn't seem quite as far in the Deutz Fahr. Do you see what I did there? That was quite good. I put about 5 seconds of thought into that. That was quite good. There we go. See, thinking on the spot. That's how I roll. Make it up as I'm going. Thank you very much for watching. And until the next one, cheers and come.